All right, today we're going to talk about free traffic, why you want it and how to get it. Okay, everybody loves free traffic because it's free. My favorite part about free traffic is the way in which it converts. See, anytime you're looking to gather free traffic, not paid advertising, you're going after free traffic, chances are that all the methods out there, or at least most of the methods out there, are going to capture this traffic when they're in essentially buy mode for your relevant offer. Now what I mean by that is, okay, if you're doing Google AdWords, okay, you're doing a pay-per-click in the search results. Someone types in a search, they're searching for the best coffee maker, and their search engine returns results, and the top 2 or 3 or 4 results are ads. Now you can put your advertisement right there and pay every time someone clicks on your ad, and that's when you're hitting people in the buy mode. So that's why it's a powerful ad. They are looking to buy a coffee maker, so present them with your coffee maker. The problem with that is because they're obviously in the buy mode, the cost per click can get really expensive. So the winner here is who can optimize their conversions the most or the best, okay? Because you gotta play with your margins there. So it's really super competitive, and generally you need a lot of money to kind of test and retest. And the other side of that is Facebook advertising. Now, Facebook advertising is really cheap. You can get a lot of views for really insanely cheap. You can even get clicks for cheap. Now, the problem with that though is you have to sell someone on Facebook, okay? They're retargeting, I don't want to get into that right now, but if you're running just an ad on Facebook, your first ad, okay, they are not necessarily looking for what you have to offer. So it's more of a sales process. So, while it's great and it works extremely well in a lot of instances, you're not targeting warm or hot buyers. Free traffic, when you gather free traffic, when you drive free traffic, the ways you drive free traffic to your site or to your store, you're finding them while they're searching, while they're in the buy mode. So it converts. It converts way better than Facebook traffic, and it's obviously way cheaper than Google AdWords. So what we're going to talk about today specifically, because we've been talking a lot about it lately, is how to drive free traffic to your Shopify store. Okay, this will work for anything. If you have a blog or a website or a business, it doesn't matter. It'll work for everything. It's the same concept. But what we're going to do is we're going to relate this specifically to driving free traffic to your Shopify store. Now, the first place I want to talk about, if you follow the channel, you've probably heard me talk about this before. If you haven't followed the channel yet, what's wrong with you? I'm just kidding. But please, subscribe. I give out great information here. People seem to be pretty pleased overall with the quality of information that I give out here. And of course, as always, as you're watching this video, I always put super helpful links down below for you, kind of related to the topic at hand. So if you're have a Shopify store, or if you're thinking about starting a Shopify store, or if you have a blog, or for some reason you're online and you need free traffic, go ahead and check out some of the helpful links below after the video here. But let's get back to the topic at hand here. One of my just absolutely favorite ways to get free traffic right now is Quora. And this is my Quora profile. Okay, now, I haven't been on Quora too long. It's been around for a little while, but it's starting to really gain popularity right now. I don't know exactly, but I've probably been down here less than 6 months, okay? And remember, even though I've been an online marketer for, 4.5 years now, it doesn't matter because Quora, I came to it brand new, so I had no competitive advantage over, than you would if you started on Quora today. So once again, what we're looking at here is in less than 6 months, I have over 284,000 views. So this gets a lot of eyeballs to it. And what it is, it's a question and answer site. It's kind of the newer version of the old Yahoo Answers. The great thing about it is you can place links back to your Shopify store or your blog or your YouTube channel or wherever you want to place links, and you won't get penalized. And I'm not just talking about here up in your profile. Okay, you can place a link in every single answer. All right, so the way this works is what you're going to do is you're going to search out, questions that have already been asked that are related to your niche, okay, or your store profile, or your blog profile, or whatever you're trying to drive traffic to. So let's say you have a fashion store on Shopify or a fashion blog. So just type in fashion, okay, in the search profile here, and topic's going to come up fashion and style. So let's see there. Just click on whatever topic is most closely related to your actual store. And so let's say we're on men's fashion. Here's where we ended up. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna just look at this and say, what are questions that are getting a lot of views, okay? And you're gonna look for questions that have a lot of upvotes, because that means people are paying attention. Okay, so for instance, if you own a fashion blog or a fashion Shopify store or whatever, you can see this question right here has 1.5 or 1,500 upvotes. There's 38 comments on it, and then we can do is you can click on this, and you can see what's been done here. All right, he's given an answer in detail, and people really appreciate this. So what you would do, okay, is you would go to this. Let me see if I can find an example. Well, let me just show you what I did. So here's a question that was asked. I'm 20 with $1,000 and heard about the joys of being a dropshipper. Where do I start? I said, well, remember, dropshipping is a business, and it's very possible to do well, but it's also very possible to fail. Either way, it's going to require work. So what I do is I give it a great answer here, okay? And then I put a link to this YouTube video in there, and it shows this video right inside the answer. Now, this only has 207 views, but let's take a look at another one. Could you make $2,000 a month as a full-time blogger? Was a question. So I answer the question. I give, yes, no, here's what you need to know. I go into detail. I put a video in there, and then I say down here at the bottom, feel free to swing by my YouTube channel. I try to be as helpful as possible with regards to many different topics. And there's a link. Now that's 508 views right there. Let's find more. How can I start a dropshipping business with no money? There's a way to do this. You have to have a bank account and a credit card, but you literally need $0. And then here's a link to this YouTube video. And then I talk about it. Give what you need to know. And if you want to know more, you can go to my blog post. That's got 1,400 views. And you can see all this stuff, starts to add up. A little bit at a time, But that's the cool thing about it. You can put these links right in the bottom there and you won't get penalized as long as you're giving an insightful answer. And that's the other thing. You have to give an insightful answer, because if you don't give an insightful answer and a detailed answer, it's never going to show up and it's going to get 0 views. So put some time into it. So this says, how can I make $5,000 per month working from home? So let's see here. It's always good to put a little image here with a little title tag in there, because it draws people's attention, helps get that bumped up to the top there. And then so I give them an answer. What's the easiest way to make $5,000 a month? I put a link to this video, and this has 27,000 views. Now, if you go to my YouTube channel right now, depends on when you watch this, but at this time, this video has over 20,000 views. And a lot of that is because I seeded it with Quora answers. All right, and that's, and then after it starts getting momentum, it just kind of takes off on its own, as long as it's a good video, which that is, or a good blog post, which is what it's all about. So you can see how this works. You can just go and search any topic and find answers, and you can kind of even go outside the box. I live in Dallas, so I answer Dallas questions, and just kind of build up your profile. And that's what it's all about. If you're looking for free traffic, you just got to get yourself out there, as many ways as possible. And then the other thing you can do is, if you want to talk about easily find what are the hot topics on Quora. Say you're looking for women's fashion is your blog or your store. Oops, fashion. And if you just type in women's fashion Quora, okay, and hit enter, chances are the top results that come back in the search results are going to be the ones that are getting the most attention. So for instance, if you click on the second one, women's fashion and style. This question is, women's fashion and style, what are the 5 essentials for your wardrobe? So if you own a fashion blog or a fashion Shopify store, you're going to know the answer to this. Go ahead and take some time, write a detailed post, and say, if you want to know more about, a great thing to do here would be see 5 more essentials. That's it, the content upgrade. That's always great when you're doing stuff like this, content upgrade. Interested in 5 more essentials for your fashion wardrobe? Okay. Click on the link below and send them to your blog post about the 10 essentials or 5 essentials for your wardrobe. And look, this has 10,000 views on it. So that's driving a ton of traffic. And the cool thing about this is there's no such thing as duplicate penalty anymore. I mean, yeah, maybe there is, but there's not. Don't even worry about it. So if you have a blog post that's, 1,200 words already, and if you have a Shopify store, you should be blogging, especially if you want free traffic, then you could just take little snippets out of here and simply copy and paste them into the appropriate answer. So, hopefully we've seen some light bulbs there. I don't really want to overtalk that to death. Let's move on to the next source of free traffic, and that's going to be YouTube. YouTube is unbelievable for getting traffic, okay? Because, it takes a little bit of time to make a video, but it doesn't have to be professional, okay? You can just, if you have an iPhone or a Samsung, probably anything, in the past 3 or 4 years, it's good enough to do YouTube. Okay, now if you really want to, increase your YouTube game, get like a $10 or $20 little microphone that pins onto your shirt there. You can plug it right into your iPhone and get a little softbox light or one of those ring lights or something like that, and a tripod. So for under $100, as long as you have the phone already, you can start doing good enough quality video to really set yourself apart on YouTube. But the thing is see what's popular right now. So I've seen this all over the place. These hauls, they call them. And what it is, these bloggers, they go to the store or whatever, and they buy like $1,000 worth of stuff, and then they simply just show it. I guess I don't really know. I try not to get too caught up in watching too much stuff on YouTube because as you know, if you online a lot, you can kind of get lost here from time to time. But what I'm saying is I've seen these and I checked them out a little bit. So if you own a Shopify store with a clothing or accessories or really anything. It work for hunting gear. It will work for just athletic apparel, just anything. Anything you sell, really. You can do a reverse haul. And I haven't really seen much of these, so it's probably a pretty good idea that would probably get a lot of attention. So instead of these people showing what they went and bought, show what was just added to your store. Okay, and then the key here is you got to include the word haul into your title. But title it a reverse haul, your boutique reverse haul, and it'll get attention. It'll pique people's interest, and you might even start a trend. I'm not gonna do it. Take that. That's a free one for you. And like I said, it won't work for anything. It doesn't have to be clothing. It can be anything. YouTube is great. If you're not making video yet, make some video. As a matter of fact, while I'm thinking about it, I'll put some links in the description below just to kind of show you some of the cheaper but good equipment purchase that you need to get high quality videos without spending a lot of money. And once again, as long as you already have the iPhone or the Samsung or whatever. So yeah, YouTube, if you're not making video, get out there, start making video. It'll pay huge dividends. The other one is Tumblr. And there's probably going to be people who are going to laugh, but I've driven an absolute ton of traffic with Tumblr. It's crazy. I don't know why nobody's talking about this. Probably because they're hoarding it from themselves. But if you have a niche blog or a niche store, which most people do, then make a Tumblr page that is related to whatever it is that you do. Okay, so for instance, I just typed in survival gear, and these, look at this guy's probably selling paracord bracelets over here. Check this out. Yeah, so this survival kit bracelets is the name of his Tumblr site, and all he does is just do pictures of survival stuff. It doesn't even have to be stuff you create. You can just reblog stuff, and then all he does is, let's see. All right, so if you want to buy this watch, let's see where this sends us. I haven't even looked at this yet. Okay, so it sends over to his Instagram. Let's see. There you go. You click on his Instagram, and then you click over on his Instagram profile, and there we are. We're at his store. All right, this is probably a Shopify store. Let's see. I don't know. This guy's store is not very clean. But anyways, it might be a Shopify store. Either way, it very well could be. But that brings up another great point as well. Okay, so I mentioned how Tumblr is great for driving traffic, and I'll talk about why in just a second. But he didn't link directly to his store. Okay, he linked to his Instagram account. Now, this is a great way to kind of generate traffic. So the Tumblr, which he works on, drives traffic to his Instagram store, instead of straight to his Instagram page instead of straight to his store. So he's building his Instagram following. He's not doing a great job, but he must be just getting started. And two things are growing at once now, and then you can use both of these accounts to promote your blog or your store. But you can see this will work for anything that is niched, because all you have to do is, the reason Tumblr works so well is because there's the reblog feature that's automatically ingrained. So anytime someone's looking at your blog, okay? So when people see something they like on Tumblr, they just hit the reblog button. That's it. And it reposts it on their blog. It's like saying, hey, this is cool, check it out. And people reblog stuff all the time because the more you reblog, the more followers you get and the bigger your blog grows. So what happens is you can put, you can reblog something and then you can put your links in the description here. Now, if you're sending them to an affiliate offer, your Tumblr is going to get shut down eventually. But if you're sending them to your blog or to your Shopify store, you're golden. Okay? And then so every time someone reblogs this, it's not just going to carry your image, it's going to carry your link. And it's like the theory that, all right, if you tell one person and he tells two people and each of those two people tell two more people and each of those four people tell two more people, so on and so forth, then you get this, it's got this viral spreading action built right in. It's just amazing. I mean, you can absolutely drive a ton of free traffic with Tumblr, and you just got to put your links in the comments and just post a bunch of images, okay, that are related to your niche. And like I said, you can even just reblog them and then put your links into the comments. I mean, you'll see. If you're not familiar with Tumblr, go check it out. If you are familiar with Tumblr but have written it off or forgotten about it, get on it. I mean, you can just drive a ton of traffic there. And then there's always the opportunity to go viral. If you want to increase your chances of going viral, for your blog or even if your Shopify store, once again, I said you should be blogging on your Shopify store. Just go to Upworthy or Buzzworthy and just take a look around at their articles and find one that is related to your niche or your blog or your store, and essentially model your blog posts after this, because this is what these two companies do. I mean, they're the kings of going viral. So just model your blog posts after what they're doing. And then last but not least, I've talked about BuzzSumo. It's kind of the same thing as Buzzworthy or Upworthy. If you have a fashion blog, let's just stick with the same trend here. If you type in fashion into BuzzSumo, you get like 2 or 3 trials or 2 or 3 free searches a day, so you don't have to pay for this. But if you just type in whatever your niche is in BuzzSumo, and I've talked about this before, but it's always worth mentioning, it's going to show you the content that's going viral. Look at this, 24 things women over 30 should wear. It's got 1.2 million Facebook engagements, 3,400 Pinterest shares. It's going all over Twitter. So all you do is you take a look at that, check it out. So yeah, just all it is a bunch of pictures, okay? So you can just put a bunch of pictures of stuff on your Shopify store, and then down here, if you want to buy this jacket, go here, okay? I've talked about this before in my Shopify setup, but this is nothing. I mean, that is nothing, and it's got 1.2 million shares. So as you can see, images are huge. Maybe you can change it if you want. You don't have to. Maybe it's 20 things women over 20 should wear, or 20 things women under 40 should wear, or you may do them all. You know what I'm saying? You just want to find what's going viral, essentially, and just model yourself after it, because that's a great way to get free traffic as well, is just create great content. I mean, what it really comes down to is that's the best way to get free traffic, is to create great content. I love it, once again, because it converts, and as we kind of touched on, if you're doing paid advertisements, you have to worry a lot about conversions in order to be profitable. If you got free traffic, conversions, it really doesn't matter. I mean, you can start with whatever you got, start driving free traffic to it, and then see what your sales are, and then test things out and try to make more sales. So that's it. In a nutshell, free traffic. I hope you found some value. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I try to get to every single question I can. Once again, there's always helpful links in the description to help you out. And if you like this, subscribe to the channel and give it a like, and we'll see you soon. All right, thanks.